Distinguished guests, all friends, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome to attend today's comedian press conference. So I'm the MC Jia. I'm delighted to come together with you to witness this most historic and meaningful moment. So today's press conference is not only the event of the arts and culture, but it's also the integration of the crypto culture and the innovation. We're going to witness a unique artwork that invented by the artist of Italian Cattelan in 2019, the comedian is the most expensive banana. So how it will be held in the hands of Mr. Sun Yuchen, Justin Sun, to express the cultural influence about the arts and crypto culture. Mr. Justin Sun is not only the founder of TRON, but also the propel and pioneer of the crypto culture and artworks. Now let's welcome Mr. Justin Sun that he spent 6.2 million US dollar to want the auction of the most expensive banana in the world. So let's see the story behind of this banana to have the better understanding about how to define the boundary of arts and the crypto culture. Let's welcome Mr. Justin Sun. Welcome to attend today's press conference. So about the comedian, this most expensive banana in worldwide. So I'm very surprised to see that so many media friends. So my colleagues told me that we got a lot of friends to attend today's press conference in the peninsula out there. So we're delighted to come to attend together with you. So it's about like 1 month ago, I know this banana. When the first time that it appeared to my mindset, it's just like a banana. Okay, so it's a simple thing. We know this artwork show in Basel. So we heard about that news of this artwork of the banana in the Brazil show. So according to our understanding at the time, is that just a piece of banana and it stick to the wall by the tap. So it's a bit surprise to world, but still that the stage of my understanding is still just a kind of piece of like a banana and fruit and stick to the wall to show that the art. So, but later when I received the news that this artwork entered the global auction, so that's with the time going, people know that yeah, a lot of people got concentrated on this news. Then it collected a big attention in worldwide. So that is just something like the big artwork of the news that created another Italian artist. So at the beginning, maybe that it didn't collect the big attention in the artwork, but with the time going, then people know that this really can express some meaning. So then people got more interested in this artwork. Then I also have the registration to see that whether I'm the lucky dog to win the auction. So then I told my colleagues is that we're going to attend this auction. Well, at the time, we didn't know that we're going to win the auction, and then we could have a big collection of the traffic in the worldwide. So at the time, what we thought is that let's go ahead, everybody. So to see what kind of the artwork it is. Then we went there to attend the auction press, and then we have this item into our basket of the auction. And then, but before that, actually, we did some homework to know what kind of the story that why the artist create this artwork. So that we later that some of our friends also have some question to us why we win this auction. The first one is that where it get rotten, that's because of the banana is a fruit. So, but if you look at back, that's in the past several years, so this banana already like still being alive. And so many years it didn't get rotten because it could be replaced. This is a conceptual art. What does it mean by the conceptual art? It means like similar to the NFT. So this kind of like the IP is also similar to the blockchain because blockchain is alive in the IP. It's on based on the internet. So that is totally different to the real thing, the physical thing. So from the year like several years ago when it was invented until now, so that this banana has been replaced for many times. So it's also something like the history of human being. So if you look at back the history of Chinese culture, we could date it back to like 5,000 years ago. So like 5,000 years ago, people created the Chinese culture, but many governors already disappeared today, but still the culture alive today. So that's what I mean the value of this behavior arts. Second thing is that what is the value if we put this artwork into our basket, into our art gallery? So every time when we put then the artwork into the art gallery and enter the auction process, that we need to know what is the value of this artwork. So for the conceptual arts, just because this time, that the banana is become a conceptual art. It's quite similar to many other artwork invented by the artists in the worldwide. So the conceptual artwork can have the different core value. So maybe people say, "Wow, there's only something like people making the fun of the world." But if you look at that's the human being's history, you look at the evolution of the human being. So a lot of the art was like a Mona Lisa or the statue of David. So that this is happened in their era, right? So if we could date it back many hundreds of thousands of years ago, that a lot of the art was that become the symbol of the dynasty. So now today, in 21st century, the symbolic one in this dynasty is the banana. So this is could reflect that the evolution of the human being, the human being's history. So we call it the postmodernism because in the early stage, at like for example like Mona Lisa or etc. So this reflect the stature or the portrait of noble family. So Mona Lisa used to be a noble woman, and she could reflect those style of the noble family. And then the artist used the image of that to make the portrait of the noble family. And now today, the art will also enter into the 2.0. So we are in the 2.0. This is the postmodernism. So this is our dynasty. So that's what we like to say is that when we see that today's artwork, kind of the symbol of this dynasty, is become a banana. It's also kind of the symbolic one, similar to Mona Lisa or the status of David. So I heard that as many as 7 people attended the auction and want to win the bid. And what I thought is that we just met the registration and we just attended the auction and maybe we couldn't win it. So that at the time that we know the many big corporates, they also attended the auction. So that's I told my colleagues that we got to start up very early. We got up like at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then we, as a group, we went to the auction site. And then later that we used like 5.2 million US dollar plus the commission like 1 million, totally 6.2 million to win the auction. So I think if I describe the whole stage, the whole process of the ocean, it will contain three stages. Every stage contains 10 seconds. The first stage of 10 seconds, it just give me the confidence that we have some strong feeling that is the real artwork. So that people got more interested in that real thing when you go to the site, including me. So it offered me the confidence. The second stage of 10 seconds, that I bought it, and then because we want the auction. So you know that just because of this, it drives us, that's like, for example, like FT, CIN, etc. All those media, they broadcast this news. And then it offered us a lot of the focuses online. So the third stage of the 10 seconds, I got some feeling is that, that when many artists, when they invented those famous artwork, for example, like the big nose, at the time, at the beginning, the price is not very high. And later, with the time going, the price go up. And then it had more focus in the worldwide, in the artwork. So that now the banana is something just like those the statue of the David, etc. So this is kind of the artwork in this era, and then it will become an artwork that with a big premium later. So we organize a press conference. So to tell people the backstage story, why this artwork could be invented by the artist. So this become one of the key elements in the cultural evolution of the human being. So after the auction, like 1 week later, what I felt is that this banana brought us a big surprise. And the result is totally beyond our expectation. So the banana itself, it has brought a big traffic. Many people got interested in the banana. So for example, so in worldwide, you know, we look all those news in the international media, whatever for the people in India and Korea, Japan, mainland China, Italy, Africa, etc. People got interested in this news, and people just wow for this banana. So because you know that banana is only a fruit, and while the other fruit, for example, like pear, apple, more famous than the banana. So why this banana could be valued at a very high price? So that the people pay great attention to that. And banana has brought us a big traffic. So that's become a theme of topic, like a topic when people talk about it in daily life. So that including me, for example, I got a lot of relative members and friends in my hometown. And also they know that I'm doing some internationalized business, and they also know that I won the auction. This is only a banana. So I felt that this banana is really go beyond itself as a piece of fruit. It's something like a symbol of the new economy. So for example, like a ChatGPT, they also get some understanding. I asked ChatGPT, right? And what do you think? Hi ChatGPT, what do you think about the banana? So what do you think about that? I had this question to ChatGPT. To my big surprise, yes, the ChatGPT give me a big appreciation to the banana. He said, this is an artwork invented in the history of human being. It's a big artwork. So in the coming 2 or 3 days, that means that the whole world already know this news. And the ChatGPT offer me a big paper over thousands of words with the detailed analysis to this behavior art. So this banana is like very big artwork that go beyond people's expectation. It could be comparable to all those symbolic artwork in the past eras. So among all the artworks that invented in the history of human being, it could rank at the top 10 in perspective of the traffic. So even though like Elon Musk, he also like to pick the banana as a logo on the uniform of the astronaut in his Dragon spaceship, so that when those astronauts fly to the sky, they also carry this logo of the banana. So that, to my understanding, is that in the past 8 days, this banana is become a phenomenon in the worldwide that received a high recognition by the AI. So this is a very big one as a conceptual arc with the big value. So what I want to share with you is that this banana and NFT and blockchain and virtual art, virtual economies, and future values, all these items could be connected closely. So what I feel is that for artworks, it's not only could be demonstrated by the physical item, it also could be virtual thing. So every time we talk about the artwork, so we need to receive something. It should be like a physical thing we could receive. It should be put in a box, we could receive it. So that the artwork could be seen, could be touched. But nowadays this banana kind of the new conceptual artwork is something like the virtual one, like something based in the internet that is very meaningful. That's I would like to thank you. Thank you for your attention. Thank you, Mr. Sun, for your wonderful sharing. Mr. Justin Sun today, he not only shared with us the concept of the integration between the arts and the crypto culture, but also he expressed their prospectus towards the future of those integration. So now Mr. Sun would like to start the next stage to taste this banana. So let's give him a bit of pause to enter this second stage to taste this banana.
有请孙玉成先生。
Mr. Sun, we are your supporters.
先生品
We're
尝
your
的这一
fans.
根全球
So
最
that's
贵的
Mr.
香
Sun.
蕉，
We're going
不
to
仅
taste
是一项
this
珍
most
贵的行为，
expensive
与此同
artwork
时更是对
in
当
the
代艺
world,
术和文
the,
化创
the
新的
most
致敬。
expensive banana artwork in the world.
今天的现场，我们也非常荣幸能够
Today,
与
we
各
are
位嘉宾
delighted
和
to
媒
have
体朋友们
so
共同
many
见证
media
这个
friends
充
and
满
distinguished
创
guests
意与
to
象征
witness
意
this
义的美
important
好
and
的瞬
historic
间。
moment that Mr. Justice Sun tasting this global most expensive banana as an artwork.
比别的香蕉好吃多了。
It's much more yummy than the other banana.
好，可以给你一块。
Thank you, very yummy.
好，让我们再次把掌声送
Thank
给
you.
孙玉
Another
成
big
先
round
生，
of
谢谢。
applause
谢谢
to
您今
Mr.
天为我们
Justin
带来的
Sun.
艺术和
Thank
家
you for
庭文化
your
的融合
wonderful
与创
sharing
造。
about the integration of the crypto culture and arts. Thank you.
好，等一下。
Thank you.
要问问题吗？
对，
Okay,
我们也
so
非
shall
常
we
感
have
谢
some
现场
question?
诸多媒体朋友们的
Yes,
莅临。那么
we
接
would
下
like
来
to
我相
thank
信有很多的嘉宾
all
伙
the
伴
media
有
friends
非
for
常
their
多的疑惑
participation.
想
I
要跟孙
believe
玉
they
成
have
先
some
生交
question.
流。那么接下来的时
So
间，我们现场的
next
记
we
者
will
朋友
have
们就
like
可
a
以
half an
根
hour
据他
for
对
the
应的
Q&A.
相关内容进
So
行
that
提
about
问。
the
我们也期待
integration
通
of
过这样
arts
友
and
好的
crypto
互动，能
culture.
够更
I
好的解决
believe
大
that the
家的疑
media friends
惑，
we have
并
some
进一步
question.
的探讨这一历
So
史性
this
举措的重
Q&A
要
will
意
have
义。
paused to have more
好
interactivity
的，如
with
果我们有想要
Mr.
提
Justin
问的嘉
Sun
宾，可以
to
举
deepen
手
our
示意。
understanding.
好，让我们
So
再
if
次有
case
请
of
紫色
have
裙
any
子的女
question,
士
please
来
raise your
发起我们
hand.
的提问，有请。
So this lady, please.
大公报的记者，
Hi,
请问一下
good
这之
afternoon. I'm
后
coming
你
from
还可以随
Taikon
时
Paul.
随地的组
So that we know that comedian, this artwork, it could
Right.
be assembled or disassembled anytime, anywhere, very, very easily or maybe very conveniently. So I think this, that is kind of like the consistency with the Web3. So as an organizer, what do you think about the
我当时
decentralization?
这个
Is there any advantages of
也
the
没有这个，
decentralization? Yeah, I think that for this behavior, I added this is a
这个
kind of
是对这
demonstration
个
for the
去中心化的这个
decentralization.
作品，
Now
在
it
我们这个解
disappeared.
读哈，已经去中
So
心化
because
了。
I added,
然后
now it disappeared, right? This
然后呢，就
decentralization.
是我当时和我们的，因为我们有
At
专
the
门做
time,
艺术品和
I
策展的
talked
同
to our
事，
colleagues. We
我
have
才
our
聊到，就
department
是这个可
responsible
能就
for
是也
artworks
是
and
我一个，
collection,
其实我还没
etc.
有往这边方面想，但
I
是对我
asked
来说
them
确实也是
to,
个
to be
想的非常
responsible
时
for
间，
that.
因为我
And at
之
the
前
time,
呢
I
买
didn't think
的
about
这
like
位毕
eating
加
this
毕加
one.
索的艺术品呢，其
And
实
for
受到
example,
各
we
地
have
区里
some
边的
artworks
会有
like
一个很大的
Picasso's
影响。主要是
painting,
3个原因。
etc.
第一个呢，就是这个艺术品呢，它
So
要
that
运送到
our
相关的
understanding
国家地
before
区，
is
它
that
才可能被摘了。所以
those
它其实比如说
artwork
今天如果在
should
东
be
京
like
展，明
a
天去纽
physical
约，
thing
后天去中国
that
展，
could be
首先
shown.
它有一个运
And
输
every
的问题，
time
其
that
实时
when
间
we
是
need
很
to
长
show
的。
that
第
the
二个这个
participators
问题呢，就
exhibition of the
是
arts, we need to
其
carry
实
the
在运
artwork
输过
to
程中，
some place
它第
like
一个
in
是有关
Tokyo,
税的问
in
题。比如
Hong
说有的
Kong,
艺术
etc.
品其实
So
去中国
we
展，
have
它
some
首先
question
要取
about
得
the
这个
logistics.
关税的审批啊，
And
它
then
首先要
we
取
need
得
to
各种
face some
就是
question
监
about
监管机构的
like
审
the
批
customs
以
duty.
及这个艺术品的这个审批
It's
的问题。
because that
所
every
以
time
呢，
we
因
ship
为它有
orders
艺术
here
品
and
嘛，进
there
入各个
among
国
the
家
different
所以
countries and
到有的
regions,
地区可
we
能
need to
展览还
pay
要
the
交税
customs duty,
所以它
etc.,
是
pay
有
the
很大
tax
的这么一个展览的一个门槛
because
的。
of the
第
physical
三呢，它
one.
就是个实物呢，它容
And
易
also,
被这个
when
盗
it is a
窃
real
也
thing,
容易
so
丢
we
失
also
啊。
need
当然
to
要
pay
与此相
attention
匹配的呢，就要有相
to
应的保险公
guard
司啊，有
against the
相
thief,
相应的这个
so that,
就
for
是
example,
保护
today
措
we're
施，
going to
是吧？
show
就
a
是可能
painting
就如果今
of a
天这里
big
展的是一个
like
蒙娜丽莎的
artist,
话，
for
可能
example,
旁
like a
边都有
Mona
很多保
Lisa
镖去保护的，
or
避
like the
免这个
statue
蒙
of
娜丽莎
David,
被偷走。
then we need to
但
arrange a
是其
big
实香
team of
蕉呢，它
safeguards
作
to
为一种
protect
去
them.
中心化的概念艺术，
But
其实
today
它是
now
不
we
受到刚
are
才
doing
所有
something
这些东
about
西限制的。
decentralization.
其实它可以
So the
随意的被组
decentralization, it
装，
means
随
that
意
we
的
could
到
do
任
it
何地方展
anywhere,
出，只要
anytime.
取得我
So
的
like
授
this
权了，它
conceptual
可以到任
artwork,
何
it
地
could be
方展
assembled
出，
and
然后而且
disassembled
还
in
可以在
anywhere and in any
全世
time
界
and
不同的国家
conveniently.
地区，
So
迅速的
in
进行
any
这么一个
place
展
of the
出，
world,
所以
we
我觉
could
得这
do it
也是
quickly.
相当于去中心化的一个魅力吧。
So this is
有
kind
点
of the
像是区块
demonstration of
链和加密
decentralization.
这个世界中我们经常看到
So
的，对吧？包
this
括
thing,
NFT 可以随意
this
的在这个区块
demonstration
链中
of the
组装被
artwork,
发送，
it
然
will
后
have a very
确起来，
close
然后它是一个
connection
非常虚拟
to
的，其实
the
某种程度上是
decentralized
超越了可
crypto
见与边界的。
crypto property, etc. So this is what we like to do it
好
like
的，
this way.
再一
Thank you
次
very
感
much.
谢孙宇晨先生的
Thank you,
精
Mr.
彩回
Justin
应。那么接
Sun,
下
for
来，让
your
我们
wonderful
有请这
feedback.
一位黑色外开
Next,
衫
we would
的
like to
女士
invite
进
this
行一
lady
个
in the
谢
black
谢。
coat.
我是来自潮牌社的
I'm
总
coming
裁。
from
今天来
Finet
我
Hong
当记者
Kong.
问你，因为这是
So
这
as a
是一个
correspondent,
很宝贵的
I
一个机
come
会，
here
我
today to
亲
the
自的
site
来
because I
提
want to
问
witness
你。
this
那我们
historical
就
moment
在
and have a
2022
question
年
to
的
you. As we
10
know,
月
like
31号
on
已经正式的
31st of October
通过了一个
2022, Hong
虚拟
Kong
市场政
government
策修例
have their
案。
declaration
我
to
们香
support
港是
virtual
已经很
property
committed
because now
去
in the
做
blockchain,
Web3
Hong
行业
Kong
做
at the
大
top
做小。
rank, Hong
我
Kong
们这
government
个时候
also
最需要
allocated
的
the
是在
resources
于
to
是
support
让
the
一些
startup
年
business of
轻的企
Web3.
业来香港建
So
设
we
它
would
的机
like
构，
to encourage
带动了
the
香港以这个世
leading
界上一个
enterprises of
成熟的
Web3
一
to
个
come to Hong
生
Kong.
态的一个体
So
系。我
because
想
Hong
问
Kong
你
want to
，Justin，
be
你愿不
always to
愿
be
意
the
来香港
international financial
建设
center,
这
I
个
want to
机
ask you,
构，
Mr. Justin
然
Sun,
后
would you like to come to
Little
Hong Kong
Great
to
Again，这
start
是第一个
your
问题。
Web3 business, the
第二个
first
问
one?
题，香港也是世界的文
Second
化交
thing,
流中心。
that
我
Hong
相信
Kong
这次
is
你的艺
also
术
a
品的
worldwide
成功
cultural
的看
communication
待，
center.
是不是意味
So
着你
this
会
time you
使
have a
用
successful
这
auction
个艺
of
术
the
品和
artworks.
数字资
Does it
产
mean
结合
that
起
you're
来
going to
的打造一
integrate
个
the artwork together with the digital property? And what do you think about the promotion for the Web3 business for the new development?
第一个问题，这个有
Thank
点
you.
像婚礼的这个问
The
题哈。
first question it sounds like the
我
wedding.
的这个答案
You
是不
asking
愿
me
意啊，
about
不
my
愿意。
wedding ceremony, right?
这个
Okay,
首
so
先
when
我觉
you
得现在
say
香
that
港呢已经
do
变
I
成
want to
我
do
觉得全
something?
球的一个
Then my
Web3
answer
的
is
一个
I
重
do.
镇吧。所以
So
从
this
我
is
个
the
人而
wedding.
言呢，
I
其
do.
实这一
I'm
次我
going
就
to
参加这个
set
议
up
题，包括我们这个大会在香港举办，
my
也具有一定的
business
象征意
in Hong
义。
Kong
而且我觉得
because you know
很
this is
有
a
意
very
思的是，
symbolic
刚好
one, very
香港呢
meaningful.
是一个对
Hong
于无论对
Kong
于 Web3 还是对
for
于艺术品
well,
都
whatever it is
非常
for
友好的
art
这么一
or for Web3, this is very friendly. So Hong Kong has a very friendly platform and environment for the startup business in Web3 and virtual property. It is also the center of the blockchain technology in Asia. And also like many artworks that even though they were entering the auction in Singapore, in Japan, etc., but later it will be demonstrated, it will be played in Hong Kong as a big stage. So in Asia, I think Hong Kong could encounter the big opportunity for the development. So that hereby in Hong Kong, we like to integrate Web3 together with the arts. So in the future, I'm going to spend more time in Hong Kong and to participate in the Web3's business development of Hong Kong in the news as a new stage.
好的，请我们灰
Okay,
色图
thank
为
you
指示，
for your
我
orientation
们很
about
高
the
兴在看
integration
到
of
你。
arts and
刚刚你是
Web3.
在现场把实体的
Mr.
这个
Sun,
香
I'm
港
coming
吃掉
from
了，
Meta
那
Euro.
我
Just
想知道
now
未
you
来
add
您
the
将会有什么
banana.
样的动作去
So
延
in the
续这一
future,
组你的
what
生
would you
命呢？
do?
谢
What kind
谢。
of the new motion you're going to
首
do
先我
to
觉得
make this
这个
artwork
香蕉
alive?
在这个招牌
Okay.
上的香蕉呢，已经
Yeah, this
是
banana
成为
has been
了
eaten
人
by
类文
me.
化史以及艺术史上，我
Yeah,
觉得
but
很有
still
意思的一
it's
件事
alive
可
as an
能未来
artwork, as
我
a
其实
symbol of
之
this
前一次接受采访的时
dynasty.
候，我也说，我其
So
实
as
会有
I
兴趣
talk
看一看
to
这个香
many
蕉未来
people,
10年之后，
is
大
that
家会怎么
the
看
most
待它？因
meaningful
为
thing
当
is
然这个
we
香蕉
won the
其
auction
实我觉
today,
得历
but
史
we're
跟
going
我们
to
区块链的
check
历
it
史有
and
点
see
相
it,
似
to have a
其
review
实
10 years
09年的
later.
时候呢，
What
当
could we
BCAV
get?
第一
And
次这
what
个
we
创
think
造出来
about
的时候，
this
其实
artwork?
那个时候也是有很多新闻。当然这
Several
个随
years
着这个
ago,
新
when
闻
this
一直流
banana
传，
was invented
这个
as
已
an
经现
artwork,
在已经踏入一个新的轨道了。
so
所以
that
呢，其实
people
这个
have
这个艺术
different
作品呢，也是
different
非常在
opinion.
特
Now
别是巴塞
several
尔
years
给这
passed
个
by,
巴塞尔展的时
that
候
that
给展出
artwork
了，然后呢，
replaced for
现在
many
呢，看
times,
到了一
and
个
people
我觉
got
得
a
一个
different and deeper
当时说是上
understanding
档
to
点
this
的义乌
artwork. The
582
same thing
米
that
这个
when
程
we
度。
have
但
some
是未来
talk
呢，其实
about
我觉得这
the
个香蕉会
uh,
有更有意
crypto
思的发展，
or
因为
the
我觉得
virtual
它会
property
成为一
several
个概
years
念
ago.
艺
Now
术，然
today
后
we
再
also have the
进行
deeper
作品的
understanding.
这个，
So
所以
that's
我
this
觉得，
become
当
like
然未来
the
今天我吃
representative
这个香
of
蕉本
this
身呢，我觉得也是一
era.
个故事，
So that
会增
banana
添
it
到这个香蕉的
itself
故事上。
has
未来
a
我觉得这个香蕉当
very
然也会随
wonderful
着全球
story.
香蕉，对吧？是
So
很有生命力的，它会不断
so
发展，
that
我们会
it
有
will
不
be
断的突
always
破。我
alive
相信
if
这个
we
香蕉还会
continue
有
this
不断的有
conceptual
新的不
artwork
同的故事。
invention that could
好的，
bring
感
us
谢
more
胡宇晨
thinking
先生的精彩
hereabout.
回应，也感谢我们
Well,
媒体
thank
朋
you
友的
for
提问。
your
我们请
wonderful
后方
feedback.
那位黑
Also,
色头装的男
next
士，
we would like to
谢
invite
谢。
the gentleman
哎，孙总您好，我是
at the
这
back
个法
row.
国时尚专
Okay,
业媒体
I
的时代
mean
物品的中国
the chief
编辑，
editor
然
of
后
the
呢，我昨
French
天也看了你
journal
推特
Fashion
的
Week
这
from
个关
France.
于艺术史辨析的
And
这个
okay, I
照
have a
片啊，
question
非
is
常的
that
好。然后呢，我想
you know,
请问
you
一
know
下，
that when this
是艺术
banana
品的
was
价值
eaten,
来自于
so
人类
this
的故事，
artwork
然后
will
通过
the value change
这
from
个香蕉作品，
real
如
to
果您今
virtual,
天吃香
and
蕉
it
的这
will
样行为，
acquire
您想
that
引
the
导人们
digital
想跟谁啊写这
sustainability,
些故事？
so that the
好
value
的，
is coming from
其
a
实我
consensus.
我个
So in
人
your
对于这个事
idea,
情是
what would be the
思考了一
future? What
些
kinds of the
因为我原
consensus
来想就是艺术家可能
could
他
we
们也在
have
思
in the
考，因为全
future?
世界有很多艺
So
术
also,
家
thank you for the
他们可
question.
能
We
也在
have
思
also
考他
some
们要
understanding
为什么去创作艺术
why those
其实很多
artists would
人
like to
他
invent
们
those
原来
artwork.
可能15、16
So,
年那个时候大
for
卫
example,
呀
like
以及这个蒙娜丽
like
莎的作
a
品
statue of the
是那
David
个时代留下
or
的艺
painting of
术瑰
Mona
宝。其实
Lisa.
我们看那个时候的创作目
So
的呢，
that
它主
all
要是为了
those
皇帝啊，
great
为了这个
artwork
国王，以及
invented
为了
by the
贵族
artists in the
他们
past
其实留
history,
下自己的影像，以及
today
呢就宗教
when we
像基督教他
view
们想
all
留
these
下关
artworks,
键的
we
一
know
些
there's
基督
some
教传
value
说
there.
里面的
So
人
those
的
value
影像所
could
以来做艺
carry
术
all
创作
those
的。当然非
image
常精美
in
啊，
the
最后留下
history.
来了。
Those
可能到
wonderful
20世纪
artwork
以
could
后呢，
tell the
这个艺
one
术
the
家的这
interesting
个创作呢，
story
其实主
or
要
historical
形成了
moment
为
of
了
the
这个
history
开
of
拍啊，
human
以及
being.
开场、艺术画廊有收藏啊，这
So
些意
that's
义
that's
开始影
why
响去
all
更多的
those artwork
艺术
have the
品
value,
以
and
及更
then
多的这
why
个
they would
商
enter
业
into
性。
many occasions.
当
For
然到
example,
我
the
觉得
auction,
到
the
了我们现
bidding,
在21
or the
世纪
trading,
这
etc.
个以后呢，其实这个
So
艺术家会有更
today
多的，
we
我觉
have this artwork of the banana, and later when they have the kind of the occasion of that in the coming years, also it will bring us some thinking of that's the value. So the core value is that there is a consensus that we could invent it, we could invent, so we could have some common understanding. So as we have some like a share that we have some tweets on the Twitter. It's from Da Vinci Mona Lisa to the statue of the David, and then to the banana stick to the wall by the tap. So we see the evolution of the arts. So it is not very difficult for people to create an artwork, but the most difficult thing is that to have thinking. So the core value is that the self-expression.
设计定调了。
So the self-expression, what people would like to express. So the artwork would like to express
那个
its
电调
idea
啊，
with
调
understanding
电调。
to the
好的，再次
history
感
by
谢孙宇
the
晨先生的
artwork.
精彩
So
分享。
thank
那
you,
我们也
Mr.
请那
Justin
位
Sun,
举手
for
示
your
意比较
wonderful
久的一位外
sharing.
国朋友
So
举
we'd
起
like
你
to
的提问，
ask
谢
the
谢。
international media friend to have the question.
会的是
Okay, thank you, Mr. Justin Sun. I'm coming from CoinDesk.
你们这个上招的时候，
Okay, so I have heard about many news,
这个上招
many posts online, etc. People say that wow, this banana is very expensive,
所以我
so
想问
that
你
you are
对
wasting the money.
这种的
So
看法
what do you
有
think about that
什
when
么
you
问题？
hear this
谢谢。
opinion? Thank
好的，
you.
好的，谢谢啊，谢谢。
Okay,
谢谢
thank
这位
you. Thank you
亲戚
for
的
your
朋友
question.
我个人觉得
Well,
其实
personally,
这个其实也不光是
I
您的
think
疑问
that
啊，其实也包
this
括
is not
我
only your
老
question,
家的一些朋友啊，
but
然
also
后
the
我
question
这
quite
个
popular that
在大陆的一
pop
些
up,
朋友，其实他们都
including
都
my
有问我
hometown.
这个问题啊，包
Also,
括
my
其实
hometown
昨
fellows,
天
they
这个
also
纽约
ask
时
me,
报的
are you
记者
wasting the
也
money?
采访了一位，就是
And
当时
also
卖
that
最
in
早的香
the
蕉啊，结果呢，
interview
其实他是孟
in
加
the
拉国的
media,
一个一个
and
专门卖水
we,
果
we
的水
heard
果
that
水果
we
店
heard
主，
about that
然
our
后
some
这个
correspondents
这个水果店主
interviewed
当时也很惊
the
讶，
fruit
水果店主也
stores
很惊讶
that the
其
fruit
实
store
对于
that
这件事情呢，
they
我的看法
sell a
是
lot of the fruits
首
and
先一
including
样，它这
bananas,
个香蕉它本身
and then they
我们
also
平常大家
feel
吃的食用
astonished
的香蕉和
why
咱
is
吃
it
的
so
香蕉呢，
expensive.
与作为艺术创
So,
作和
but
爱品的
I
香
mean,
蕉
from
呢，
our
它是
understanding,
不
number
一样的，
one,
相当于是
that the
这是第
banana
一点
as a
啊。
fruit
第
in the
二点，
daily
其实
life
就像我
is
刚才讲的，
different
其实某种程度上到我们今
for
天
with the
我们列这个
banana
后现代
that
艺术
as an
它的艺术
artwork.
品
So the
本
banana as
身
an
其实
artwork
它是
itself,
它是注重表达和全球
it
共
this
识
is
的，也就是
it
它
had
它必
collected
须有
some
相应的
consensus
这个艺
of
术创作
human
载
being,
体，相当于的表达
and it
方
also
式
a
才
media
能让一个
of the
艺术作品变
self-expression.
得就是具有艺
So
术
that's
本身的价值
become an
比如说
expensive
我
one
举一
because
个
it has
很
value
简单
here,
的例子
different
可
value
能比
here.
如说在
So for
毕加
example,
索的时代呢，大家会比
that
较
in
理
the
解，因为比如说
Picasso's
毕加
times,
索他创作一
like
幅作品，比
when
如说
Picasso
我拍了一幅
invented
毕
some
加索的画是
artworks,
2000多万美金的一
and
个
then
手
we
握裸女的一
won
个
the
唱
auction,
片，但是
we
比如
got
说毕
that
加索他
portrait
创作
of
这个作品的
Picasso.
成本并不是很高，他并没
And
有用，比
well,
如
you
说
know that
2000
how
万
much money that
美金
Picasso
的黄金
spent
去创
on
作这个作品，他
painting
也
the
可能
artwork?
用
Maybe
并不
it's
是
very
价格
not
很昂
very
贵的油
expensive,
水。
right?
但是呢，这时候的毕
Only
加索的这
spend
个
some like the
创作
painting
本身的艺术
materials, like
技巧，
etc.
它是在里面的。当然，
But the
包括毕加
value
索本身的
comes
这个艺术
from
表达，
the
当然它
techniques of
有一个比
painting
较高的溢
and
价，
the
是吧？100
idea
年后，将
and
近100年后，我去拍
those
卖的时候就
like a
200万
cultural
美金了。
elements he want to
但是
express.
呢，其实卡特
So
兰这个
that's the
作品是
value.
把这个艺术作品抽象到
So
极致化。其
this
实
is
在很多
if
人看来
we
也没有艺
do
术
it
技
like
巧，
we think
因
in a
为它
conceptual
其实
way,
就是一个
you may
以香
understand it
蕉被
that
粘贴，以一个
the
胶带的形
banana
式粘
when
贴
it
在墙
stick to the
上，
wall by
但
the
它为什么
tab,
呢？就具有了毕加
why
索
people
同样的
pay
效果。
great attention
这个
to
其实
that?
我觉得就是整个艺
It
术
got a
品，它就
similar
是去这
value
样进化的。
in
从某种
perspective
程度上
of
讲，
the
现在
focus
来
in
看，其
worldwide.
实艺术表达
Sounds
以
like
及它的
similar
一
to
个艺术
Picasso's
的一
portrait,
个，我个人
like
认为是一
Picasso's
种共鸣吧，
painting
以及共
artwork.
识，其成了这个
So
艺术品
because
最重要的
this
一个
banana also
一个
carrying our consensus
价
of the
值的
human
点，
being.
有点像，
This
其
is
实
the point that,
就
well,
在我们
the
加密货
value
币以及
comes
虚拟
from.
资产领域，大家可能都比较
So
容易
in the
了解。
virtual
比如说
property
BTC 它的这
world,
个代码也是纯开
so
源
for
的，
example,
任何
we
人
do
今
some
天
coding,
早晨
right?
都可以复制一
So
个新的
we
笔
could
记，是属
do
于你
the
的一个
coding.
BTC。
Our
但是这是
engineer
全世界
could do
的
the
这个
coding
BTC 的价
from
格是
the
最高的
morning
呢，
until the
今天
evening,
都已经超过
and
10
also
万
could
美元
copy
了。
and
我
paste
觉得
some
很重
of
要
the
的一个原
program.
因呢，其实就是因为它最
But
早的这个
why
叙事
that
性
the
和这个
virtual
共识
property
性
is
在
so
不断地叠
valuable?
加在这个
That's because
BTC 上。
that with
当
a
然，我觉
lot
得这
of
个
the
其
new
实
new items, new
包括我自己，
values
其实
that
1个月前
add
刚刚买了
into
根香蕉的时
this
候，我也花了很长时
property
间
that it
才能
become
理解
valuable.
当然，
It
我觉得这个
sounds
游戏本
very
身无法
similar
理解
to
所
this
产生的
banana.
争议性呢，
So even though it is a disputable one, I know it, but we could collect a lot of attention in worldwide, a big traffic in worldwide, just because of this value here. Well, thank you very much. So that we come to the end of this Q&A section. How time flies away. We also come to the end of today's press conference. So today we witnessed the historic moment of the integration of art and virtual property, crypto culture. So another bit around of the applause to Mr. Justin Sun. Thank you for your wonderful sharing, and thank you for all the distinguished guests. All the guests, I'd like to invite you to go to the reception to receive a package of the souvenir with the banana. So this you could DIY at home or anywhere, so that everybody could taste the banana today. Thank you, Mr. Justin Sun. Thank you all our media friends. Thank you all the staff. Thank you for all your support and thank you for your attention. We hope to embrace the prosperous future of the integration of arts and virtual property. Let's enjoy a beautiful tomorrow. Thank you very much and thank you, interpreter.